Hey STO Players, and welcome to episode 2 of Make It STO. My name is Sneak, and joining me again, this time I've got my buddy 4.
Hey, everybody.
Before we get started, I've got sort of a plea to the community. Now, I'm on my fleet embassy. If you know what's happened to my receptionist, bartender, or chef, can you either tell me what planet they ran off to with all my fleet's dilithium, or if they were kidnapped, send us a ransom demand?
Well, Smeagol, if you ask me, I think it was the Tal Shiar that took them. Coming up, STO Players, we got your news updates for this week, and then we're going to take a look at the new Klingon Tutroial.
Then, in this episode, for PvP, I'm starting my free-to-play ship guide with an engineer and a cruiser, followed by the community segment. In STO news this week.
The next fleet holding has been added to Tribble. Fleets will soon be able to construct their very own dilithium mine with 3 separate tiers of leveling and unlock some new fleet gear such as Mark 12 armor, RCS consoles, fleet warp, and singularity cores, which is a great touch. As it is a dilithium mine, we can only guess how dilithium focused this new fleet holding will be.
The bug with emergency part auxiliary has been fixed. It now has the intended extra stealth detection bonus, unlike before where you could see any cloaked ships at almost any distance.
Speaking of bugs, isn't it great that once again, queuing for PvE and not getting kicked out of the map? Not to mention I can now delete my mail once again. Woohoo! It's good to see that the server is maintaining its stability now after the launch of the new Romulan expansion. Kapla, warriors! Yes, you guessed it. Klingons actually got new content. So let's take a look and hope you enjoy the clip.
Someone wants to talk.
So we heard there was a new Klingon tutorial, so we both made new Klingon characters to check it out. I made him look extra Klingon, but he still likes fish.
So you'll start out as a second officer on a Klingon bird of prey, receiving a Federation prisoner for transfer. Following an attack from another Federation battleship, you'll suspect your captain is treacherous, so you will challenge him.
Again, this time I loved the voiceovers with the boastful Klingon dialogue and Hiss and Gorn. It really helps with the immersion of the Klingon experience. However, like I said last week, my character still doesn't have a voice, and I nearly lost track of the story where the captain's talking on the bridge and I talk back and I don't hear myself, and that sort of confuses me as to what's going on sometimes.
One character you encounter is Franklin Drake, though he is not named, but you know what he is capable of. Now, you can't help it but feel he is trying to manipulate the situation somehow.
The previous tutorial for the Klingon faction literally consisted of a marathon around the first city. I was happy that they'd made something more substantial, but when I finally got to the first city, there was a few quest steps telling me to talk to different contacts, and I thought, what? No! Not another marathon? But in a way, I was wrong about this.
Yes, indeed. You now only need to run across the first city a number of times, and now have to zone into another part of the city, such as the warehouse scene, to progress further. Speaking of which, what was that awful noise in that warehouse?
Oh, that was a Ferengi having a panic attack. I wondered what that was too, so I went up to him, and you can actually just knock him out. How Klingon is that?
What, really? I didn't know you could do that. So leading on from the tutorial, they have also reformatted the order of the KDF faction episodes, progression, and added some new Klingon missions for you to conquer, even on your existing characters.
Where's my hairdresser?
You executed him yesterday!
Arr!